tell this one story which is very interesting, something which I'm very fond of. In a school in London, a teacher was asking all the kids, like 7-year-olds, what do you want to be when you grow up? Somebody said engineer, somebody said doctor, somebody said an actor, somebody said a chartered accountant, somebody said a lawyer. One boy, 7-year-old, was taking a while to answer that question. The teacher asked him, well, everybody has answered. Is that how long you take to answer this question? After a pause, he said, well, yeah, I'm taking a little bit of a little time. Once again, the teacher said, so what do you want to be when you grow up? And the boy answered, when I grow up, I want to be happy. Yeah. The teacher said, look, son, doesn't look like you understood the question right. And the boy said, ma'am, doesn't look like you understood life right. Because if you understood life right, you would know that when you grow up, you want to be happy. Yeah. And I feel when you're happy doing what you do, is when you make the most impact. Correct. If I'm a motivational speaker and not happy being a motivational speaker, what am I giving to the world? A product, not my joy, not what I truly feel.
Or not the real
the real authentic self. Yeah. So if I'm authentic, it makes a tremendous impact in what I do. So of course, it comes with time. I can't say that when I was growing up, I felt that I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to be my genuine self, an authentic self. I took to the beaten path of being an engineer. But then with time, I realized that this is not me. Yeah. I can't fit in. I can't just conform. I can't just comply with whatever is just existing. Yeah. I need to find my voice and not drown myself in the noise that's going on all around us in society.
How does the youth incorporate spirituality in this busy life?
Right.
And not feel like it's mundane or boring.
Right.
Or draining.
Correct. At my funeral, when I die, nobody's going to say that I was a star. Nobody's going to say that I had a big house or a big fancy cars or this. Nobody's going to say that. What people will talk about was how I was as a human being. And what people are going to talk about is how I lived my life like a human being. There in the grave, nothing matters. But we run around so much. I must say this is my favorite. There was a great shair called Bashar. In Hindi, he said something very interesting. He said, उन्हें कामयाबी में सुकून नजर आया, सक्सेस में पीस. उन्हें कामयाबी में सुकून नजर आया तो भागते गए कामयाब होने के लिए. हमें सुकून में कामयाबी नजर आई. We found success in peace. उन्हें कामयाबी में सुकून नजर आया तो वो भागते गए. हमें सुकून में कामयाबी नजर आई तो हम ठहर गए. इन सब चीजों के पीछे तू क्या कर रहा है बशर? इतना तो जीना भी नहीं है जितना तू मर रहा है बशर.
Wow.
How much running and aggression, hustling is the word today. Hustling to get there. And one day, people won't talk about it all. What people will talk about is how you lived your life. So I'm not against hustling. Obviously not. I talk about how to achieve in many of my seminars and corporate workshops. I talk about how to achieve those numbers and get up there. I'm not against that. I'm saying while you hustle, while you do that, do not compromise with those aspects of life that mean the most to living. What you earn gives you a standard of living. How you live enhances your standard of life. And making a living and making a life are two different things. Yeah. Two different things. You need to live your life, not just make a living. And which is precisely why I know it's a busy life. We know it's a very competitive world. We know that we are all in a massive rat race. There are big rats out there. Yeah. It's a massive rat race with big rats competing against big rats. What do you do to incorporate a little bit of spirituality? Number one, at least understand that we need to prioritize other things as well. I may or may not have the time right now, but I live in awareness as I need to as soon as I have the time.
Yeah.
That awareness needs to be cultivated. Number 2 is watch all the content you consume. Whether it's your online content, whether it's the books you read, the movies you watch, choose content that will add some spiritual value in the busy life that you're leading. Well, have your entertainment, no doubt. Have your entertainment. But also choose that content which doesn't pull you down,
Yeah.
which lifts you up.
Yeah.
Number 3 is at least have one individual who prioritizes spirituality as your friend too. May not be the closest friend, but just that accountability partner to remind you, to give you that reminder. Right? Number 4 is just start living a little bit in mindfulness. And living in mindfulness, I don't even mean like meditate or anything at the moment. I just requesting everybody who's watching, all the youngsters who are watching, just do one thing, if you can. One meal a day, just no talking, no phone, no nothing. Just eat. And what you're doing by eating is just be present. That's it. Just be present. Relish your food. Just be completely there. What you're doing is you're tapping into the power of now. And number 5, we've come up with an app called Monkeyfy,
Yeah.
along with Energize Your Mind, which is all about this. To enter into that space of calm, to enter into that space of meditation, to enter into the people having trouble sleeping. How do you just calm down, unwind on a busy day? Take 5 minutes off. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes is not too much to ask, to be honest. In 24 hours, if I can just dedicate 10 minutes to my own life, 15 minutes to my own life, isn't that too much to ask? You should do that.
Amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much.
I have another segment now.
Sure.
Things about me you can't find on Google. What's your favorite dish?
Dal chawal.
Do you listen to music?
Yes, I do.
Who's your favorite singer?
Arijit Singh in Bollywood.
Any character from a movie or book that has greatly influenced you?
The character from a movie that has influenced my life a lot is Simba in Lion King,
Oh,
where there's a dialogue between his father Mufasa and he says, "Just remember who you are."
Yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah. What's your real name before monkhood?
Doesn't matter.
What's the last thing you do before you sleep?
Practice gratitude and just go through all the things of the day and be grateful for them.
And if you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be?
Having said sorry to my dad when I was meant to say sorry.
And what is something you miss about your older life?
Nothing. Nothing.
So, what would you like to say about love and heartbreak in that context? To you?
I think we live in a world today where everything's very quick to form and everything's very quick to break. We live in a world of instant gratification.
Yeah.
We live in a world where we don't have patience to stand in a queue to buy something because we just order it online.
Yeah.
We live in a world where I can't wait for a coffee to get ready because I can go and put it in a slot machine and get a cup of coffee. There's no patience. And it's not an issue with youngsters or older people, it's a generational issue. It's an issue, technology has added so much value to our lives, but it's also taken away things from us. A virtue is a part of you and it applies to every aspect of your life. A virtue is agnostic. It applies to any aspect of your life, positive, negative, both, you know. So I see a lot of times that things like, it's like love at first sight and divorce at first fight. Break up at first fight. Finished. Before marriage, it's like roses are red and the sky is blue, you're my sweetheart, I love you kind of stuff. And after a while, it's roses are dead and I am blue, you're my headache, I'll kill you. You can imagine. There's no, patience to work on it. Yeah. When you grow a plant, it takes patience. To sow the seed, you have to nurture it, you have to use the right kind of fertilizers, you have to water it before it starts bearing fruits or flowers. A relationship is like a plant. Can't expect it to happen overnight. Can't expect it to happen in 6 months or 8 months or 10 months. It's a journey. And it takes a while for a bonding to form. It takes a while for that respect to develop. The connection of your soulmate, is not about some physical stuff. Physical stuff is a consequence of that being a soulmate. It's not the purpose of being a soulmate.
Yeah.
But over a period of time, believe me, the heart starts yearning for companionship.
What is a soulmate? Who is a soulmate?
What questions to a monk?
Just winging it at this point.
What is a soulmate? Who is a soulmate? Soulmates are those where you find these virtues existent. Number one, at least the journey of exploring if this is my soulmate begins when you see this.
Yeah.
Not just the euphoria of the physical attraction. Oh, this is beautiful, he's handsome. Look at his biceps, look at her looks. No, that's not what, it's all the initial and that's okay. But that's what it's come down to. How much money do you earn? Where do you live? How much freedom do you give me? How do you give me my space? Am I meant to live with your family or not? Are we going to have our own space? Are you going to allow me to do what I want? This is the beginning of a conversation where soulmate. How do you find a soulmate when this is the beginning of a conversation?
Yeah.
So when you're talking about a soulmate, respect, consideration, adjustment, sacrifices, compromise, when you see somebody making you feel more important than seeking importance, you know that this man has something or this lady has something that is very different from others. Everybody wants to feel important. But when they make you feel important and valued, when they make you feel appreciated, you know that there's something in this individual that others don't.
And at what point did you decide this is for me? And how did you break it to your parents and your relatives?
My God. It's hard, isn't it? It's like a guy or a girl in love with another guy or a girl. And now they're wanting to make that decision that I want to get married. How does one break that news to family? And especially if the guy or the girl is not from the same community. You know how taboo it is, even in the world today, we can find all of these boundaries set. Karishma, this was my love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I decided that in this regard, I don't want to sing Channa Mereya. I don't want to be the guy with the heartbreak.
Yeah.
I don't want to have an unfulfilled relationship with what I've chosen.
Yeah.
I ran away to the disappointment of my family and my parents. I did have to take that step.
And how old were you?
21.
You were 21.
21. But that's what 21-year-olds do when they're in love.
Yeah.
Jo bhi ho jaye, pyar hai ye. We have to commit ourselves to that love.
Where did you run away to?
To Mumbai, to our ashram here.
In Chapati.
Chapati, that's where I ran away too.
Wow. The love and the life and everything that drives you, what was that experience? What was that first month? What did you feel?
I come here to the ashram. This is my marriage.
Yeah.
And only to suddenly realize that, well, I love this, but there are challenges to this as well.
Yeah.
The challenges of waking up early in the morning was not a problem because I was always an early bird.
Yeah.
And then sharing space with, then we were about 21 monks.
21.
21.
Okay.
And we had very less physical space.
Yeah.
Sharing, and I never stayed in a dormitory or in a hostel. I always lived at home.
Right. Even
So I
in
wasn't
college,
used to sharing space with somebody else. And now here we were lying right next to each other on the floor, sleeping on the floor inside a mosquito net tent. And I got malaria 8 times the year I joined the ashram.
Oh my God.
8 relapses of malaria. Admitted to the hospital 8 times the same year that I joined the ashram. Oh goodness me! I didn't have a single malaria all my life.
Yeah.
I would fall ill like once in a year. I would get like a cold or fever and probably a stomach upset once a year. That's how ill I was all through my life till I came here. I mentioned to you earlier, I never had a meal which, if it wasn't made according to what I asked for, I didn't eat. And here I am. It's community kitchen. Meals, you don't have a choice. There's no menu card. You don't have a mom saying, Mama, I don't want this, make this. None of that stuff. They just make whatever they make. You have to eat it. And then back in the day, we were really, really poor in our ashram. Not that we are well-to-do, very well-to-do today, but
Like really perfect standard. Like by comparison.
but back then we really didn't have much. And the kitchen in charge would just go to the market and buy whatever leftover vegetables were there, the cheapest price, and bring them.
Oh.
So practically every day we had potatoes and squash, aloo and bhopla. Stab, what do you eat? Aloo bhopla? Who eats aloo bhopla every day for lunch and dinner? And there's no even varieties in it. There's a similar style they would make it. That was another thing. The meals.
Yeah. And what about the family? So when you're falling ill as a 21-year-old, it's tough, especially like 8 relapses within 1 year.
Yeah.
You want the warmth and comfort
Yes.
of family.
Yes.
So what was that like?
My guru Radhanath Swami often says, a very beautiful thing he says, the warmth of love is way too more important than the light of knowledge. When you are in Chicago, minus 26 degrees, I was in Chicago once, it was minus 26, goodness me, like freezing. When you're in Chicago and it's minus 26 degrees Celsius and the wind factor, the chill factor adds to it, the light of knowledge, imagine all the lights being turned on, it's all well lit up in your house, but the heating's not working. You'll die.
Yeah.
In freezing winter, what you need more than light is warmth. Spirituality is not something that's just dry knowledge. Especially in the ashram that I lived, there's beautiful relationships with friendships. And from the day I came, every other monk and my guru were so welcoming of me that it became a family. They were there to care for me. Every single time I was ill in the hospital, there was a monk by my side, caring for me at all times. Right? So, because of which I could easily pull it off. I often say, distractions are those things that we see when our eyes are off our purpose, off our goals. When our eyes are very focused on what we want to do, then there will be a couple of inconveniences, couple of things that we have to take in our stride and move on. Thankfully, they didn't make me feel there were inconveniences because they were so loving there.
Yeah.
But even if there were, and there were certain inconveniences, of course, food, for example, was what it was. It didn't matter because the eyes were focused on what I needed to do.